Hello, my stamping friends. This is Oksana from funstamper.com, and it's Friday, 6 p.m., and it's time for Funky Wednesday. As always, I come to you this time at 6 p.m. on Wednesday when I'm not traveling, and teach you how to make some easy, fun, unexpected folds and give you some inspiration. If you're here, please say hi and we will get started. Let me adjust my camera a little bit with a holder. I don't know. I see Darlene, you here. Hello, hello, my friend. All right. Awesome, awesome. Okay, we will go with that. Sorry for a little wobble, but all right. So we all know that catalog goes live. I'm not allowed to show you inside till Tuesday, and I'm actually doing catalog kickoffs this weekend, Friday and Saturday, and I'm super excited. And one of the suites that I will be featuring is Cheerful Daisies. So this is brand new stamp set, and we were able to pre-order. So stamp set is really cool, dies even cooler, and paper super cool too. Interestingly enough, like it was everything in a catalog, when I looked at it, I was like, I'm not really sure. I didn't really have any opinion based on the pictures. I didn't realize the size. It's really hard to judge when you look at something online. Even sometimes when you hold your catalog, it's hard to tell. So the daisies are actually amazing. And it doesn't need to be daisies. It could be any flowers. So today we're gonna play with that set and we're gonna make this fold, and we will also, I'll show you a couple new colors. So the idea came from Terry Gaines. She had a video maybe a year ago or so, and I came across to it and I wanted to do, I always look for some easy funky folds. So this was my prototype for those who are turtle lovers. I had everything for turtles because guess what? I was not allowed to play till like Monday with new stuff until I finish my club and send everything in type tutorial. Tutorial is always the hardest. So this is my turtle one. It was a prototype. So this is a funky fold, but super easy funky fold. I did some modification to Terry's card. And so this one I created, so see, it's kind of opens differently. It's not quite a full sheet. And this is how it goes. And this is new color called Lemon Lolly. Super cool color. I'm actually really happy with that. I played with that a lot, and I will kind of show you a couple other things. This is also new color. This is new in color Pebble Pass. So this is what we're using for this card. And I did some modification to the card because mine didn't stay closed, and it drives me bananas. So that card is actually not really closing well. So I did some modification to my second version, and I did little stopper. So then when you have a greeting and everything is tucked in, so I like it a little bit more with a stopper. So what do you think? Are you ready to create this easy fold and play with new products? All right, let's get started. Excuse me, oh my gosh. Suddenly I had a dry throat. So we actually really, we will work on two cards simultaneously. And I wanted to show you, we're gonna play with Lemon Lolly. And this is your Daffodil Delight. Look what's the difference. So Daffodil Delight, if you kind of subtract right now, so saffron, it's your lightest yellow that we have, right? Then we have crushed curry and we have darker pieces. Look at the difference. Look how nice and soft this yellow is. I wonder if it's showing as, you know, that difference. So we're going to play with those two. I also pulled, we're not going to probably do it today. This is new in color and it's called Wild Wheat. So actually a lot of new in colors. Let me show you if you didn't see them. It's when I saw it first time, I kind of didn't expect that it's gonna be neutral colors. So this is Copper Clay, Boho Blue. Boho Blue I kind of thought I'm gonna like right away. Pebble Pass, Moody Mauve, and wild wheat. Normally we have something bright. This one is kind of more neutral. So now I'm actually looking at those as a neutral colors, as a complementary colors, kind of to tone things down. And I really, really like them. If you're attending my class this weekend, we will play, and I will have a little surprise for you as well. All right, so what you need, so really simple. Instead of 8.5 by 5.5, you only need two pieces that's 7 and 5.5 inches. So it's 7 by 5.5. Let me bring my scoring board, and we will do simple scoring. So we're gonna score both pieces at 1/3/8. Let me move that thing. Only have half table now with the camera and everything. So 1 3/8 and 1 3/8. So exactly the same on both sides. And I'm gonna score second one, so we could play, kind of decorate and see which, if you like lighter background or darker background. So 1 3/8. So this is super easy. Then I'm gonna leave scoreboard because I actually learned one trick from Terry, so I really like it. So then we're gonna have piece that measures 5.5, and it's gonna be 2 3/4. 2 3/4. So you actually could have 6 on a sheet. And we're gonna play with designer paper. And designer paper actually uses just a little bit of designer's paper, which is perfect if you need to do more, or if you know, doing swaps or whatever. This is 1 1/4 by 5.5. So that's pretty much all your supplies. Obviously, you need some piece to insert and the decoration. So what I learned from Terry, and I really like that idea. So I always use a grid paper, but sometimes it's nice to have something kind of more solid. Also have nice grid, but you could actually push against kind of the top when you're gluing. So I know, for example, that this piece will have 3/4 on each side when I glue. So it's much easier for me to glue. Plus, I could push it towards the top. So I never use that, and I think for mass production, it's actually a really great tip if you need to align. So I'm positioning it. 6 is my mark for scoring, and I'm positioning it and kind of biting on top and gluing, and we will glue the same second piece. This is the design that I have left over that I didn't use for class, and I wanted to try with the copper clay. So the same, this is kind of really cool brown. So I'm looking right now for replacement of soft suede, so I wonder if this is gonna be it, or I will like this pecan pie better. So we just glue it, super simple, right? Then this piece, we probably will want to go ahead and decorate. I'm gonna put this one aside. And we're gonna do a little bit of decoration because my paper is bare. When I did extra border and stuff, I was not sure I liking it, and it's, you know, a lot of gluing. So we all need to go for simple. So let's just kind of do that. And to add little depth and dimension, I like to use some background stamps or smaller images in a set, and this one just have those really tiny flowers, and I like those. So let me find those. Here they are. Assemble on a block and start stamping. So we're gonna do that lemon lolly. Really, really cool. And other colors that I do really like, that bubble bass, that pink one, but it's really not even pink. Like, it's look pink on its own, but when you start to pair with some other colors, it look a little bit like a hint of purple. I really, really, really like that color too. And this moody mauve, surprisingly, some people saying it's kind of like a dirty color. I really like that color, so we'll see how it's gonna work. So we're gonna just randomly stamp this image. Oh, I love this yellow. And to truth needs to be told, I am actually a really yellow person. So I know some people don't possibly like yellow, but I always did like yellow. Some of you know that my front door is bright yellow. And yeah, I chose to do it and my husband let me. So I'm excited about that. I used to have more yellow clothes. Now I like to hide myself in it black, but once in a while I like it, nice and bright colors. All right, and then we'll do the same, and I will do it with the Daffodil Delight. Last weekend, or not weekend, Monday, when I was allowed to play with new stuff, I pulled all my retired inks, and I finally, because my inks were kind of not organized in a family, so I always constantly looking where is this ink pad or that ink pad. So I organized all my inks, and I'm just being a good girl putting it back, so feeling organized. So at least my ink pad organized, nothing else is, but one step at a time, right? So we're stamping that. And that stamp set, the flowers, I like two-step stamping, but dies I will show you in a second, even more color. Very cool. Okay, make sure it's symmetrical. All right, we're done with that. So now let me show you how to glue it. And it's pretty cool how it's done. So you're gonna put it in the middle, and you just wanted to really put it in the middle. See, I'm not really aligning kind of through the grid paper. What I'm actually doing when I have it closed, because it's contrast colors, right? I wanted to see that my border is the same. And I'm gonna put my block, open this side, careful not try to move it, glue this piece. You could apply tear tape, any adhesive of your choice. This is mine. And you just glue it. And you set aside to dry. And this is base of your fold. Kind of have that multiple colors. So what do you think? It's pretty simple. And I think it could be really cool for Christmas, and you could probably emboss the pieces. I like to, if I see any fold, I like to apply it to the bundle I'm using to see how it's gonna look. Okay, now it's moved. Hold on. Just wanted to make sure it's a same border. And after that, we will be ready to decorate. Give it a minute. Ta-da! We are done. Easy, easy. Let me see if there was any comments. Oh, should not do that. Okay, great. So let me see what other supplies we need and what we chose. And I kind of try with the different shapes. I did like the stitched square, and you have this kind of the same color and white in the middle. So I went with that. And I did pre-cut a bunch of stuff. We'll do some stamping, but I mean, I really need to have to keep going and cutting for my class. So let me show you what I have done. So first of all, with the dies, really interesting dies. So I like when dies not only do cut the stamped image. So you could see that obviously this image get cut. This is two-step stamping. All the kind of intricate stuff gets cut, just like outline. Let me show you. But there are some dies that not really belong to stamps, and I really like that saying. So this is a die cuts like this, entire big piece, so no stamping requires, and it comes in one piece like that. Then you could snip it into pieces if you want to, but it cuts one piece. Obviously, you're not gonna need yellow leaves. But then I did some outlines, I did some stamping, and I did some outlines. So this is just simple stamping, two-step stamping. This is lemon lolly and copper clay and wild wheat inside. And here's my third flower, right? But then also you could actually cut an outline in this intricate image and have layers them like that. So you don't need to have stamping. So you could use white on white, yellow on yellow. I did yellow on white. I just play with that to understand how dice working. So we're gonna use that one to decorate. It's also cut this really cute label that fits the sentiments. And there's a few sentiments here. Actually, everything fits. You made my day fits. Oopsie Daisy, so sorry. Wishing you the brightest birthday. Your friendship mean everything. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's see what we're gonna do. So I did pre-cut those stitched shapes. And I did cut one of each. I also add the paper. If you look, this particular pattern has another returning color, and we will go with that. It's a pretty peacock. So let's see how it's gonna work. So we're gonna just glue it. I guess I could stamp after if I decide to decorate. Okay. I'm probably gonna use my pretty peacock for darker, and then copper clay for lighter. We'll do some stamping and assemble the card. So what is cool with this one, you could still run with that. Let's do that one for yellow card. I kind of like it. So let me show you cool things that what you can do with that. So you take your snips. I don't need that piece. And I wanted to stamp the centers. So because we're working with copper clay, I will do centers in that one. And right now it doesn't really look much because it's just cardstock, but what I did for my class, I don't want to show what we did, but what I did, I just color with Wink of Stella and inks. So we're actually gonna color that flower, or we could sponge. I'll try to sponge. I didn't try to do that. So you just stamp right there. Look how gorgeous. I think that die will be my favorite because you just cut and you stamp and you're done. That's what I like. And I will take, I wonder, because we're working with darker one, let me take a sponge dauber and actually add a little bit of color to the flowers so they don't look like one dimension. Probably wanted to make sure it's gentle. I love working with the sponge daubers. If you're my club members, you will use those a lot. Your kids should be arriving anytime. It was already in the mail. I think some of you already, possibly who live close, possibly getting it today or tomorrow. But you're gonna get those sponge daubers, so give me a little secret of that one. All right, so look, it's already cute, right? So let's just go ahead and also stamp some stamp. And when I use that stamp set, it's coordinated with garden green. Some people I saw using wild wheat for the leaves. Not saying with me, leaves in my opinion need to be green. I don't know, call me old-fashioned, but this is what I use. So let's just get my pretty peacock, trying to remember which family it belongs. It's Regals. So this is returning color. I did love it a few years ago, and I was so lucky when I pulled all my older stuff, and I had most of the stuff. I'm like, yay! It's even new configuration. Okay, and I also cut few leaves. What I find, especially during my classes, some intricate images, it's hard to go ahead and stamp or die cut, you know, especially if you do like 10, 15 of them, right? Or like if I decided to do for my class 4, it's a lot to ask to my ladies to, you know, to die cut 4 precisely. So I actually stamping them, cutting them and stamping. They may not be exactly, but many times when you actually die cut moves. So this could be a trick too. For smaller images, it works really good. When it doesn't need to be that precise. Like I would not do it the flower, but leaves. Okay, so far so good. Yes, we went with this color. We'll see how it goes. Completely different than I had it before. Stamp few, and then we will be ready to assemble. Let's do one more, just in case. I wonder if you see what I'm doing. You could use Stamparatus, but this little leaf will be too hard to put inside. All right. So where's my dark card? And I put silicone matte for the purpose that it's because of the color, not because of, you know, any caution or anything like that. Sometimes when it's so light, you know, white on white, you cannot really see where to stamp. And I do have my light going a little crazy. So we're gonna go like that. So for this one, I always like to do dimensionals. So for that particular shape, you put 3 dimensionals kind of in a corner. You could do tear tape. The idea is you wanted to make sure that your glue is not extending past this side. So you kind of center it on both ways. And let's see. Do you like this one better? This one better? I don't know. I don't know. Choices. What do you think? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Okay, let's go with that. We're going with that. I could use that one for something else. Yes, that mauve, somebody said that they like mauve. I actually do too. Honestly, I thought I'm gonna like the best. I'm gonna like boho blue. And I did one card with that. I don't think I did even use the ink. But creating those other ones, but it always depends what designer paper we're using and what colors we're pulling. So it's sometimes it's also because of that. And you think this one could work? I think it should work. Let's do oopsie daisy. So sorry, I didn't do that. Maybe sometimes it's nice to have a sorry sentiment. Never say send sorry card, but maybe. All right, what is that? My Leaves everywhere. Oopsie daisy. So sorry. I do like other sentiments a lot as well. So we're gonna add this one with dimensionals. And like I was saying, so this particular card will not close as good. So probably, maybe if I train it and put it overnight under something heavy, maybe it's gonna work. If you know me, I like ribbon. Needs to have bling, need to have ribbon. So I'm putting ribbon on my greeting. Just little piece. The size of the daisy, I was actually super surprised. I didn't expect I'm gonna like it that much. And it's once again, it's proving to me that, you know, obviously Stampin' Up! Has a vision, the concept artist has a vision, and there is possibility. Sometimes we just don't see it right away. It's hard to illustrate and put all these possibilities right on 1 or 2 pages of the book. It seems like that stamp set is what Stampin' Up! Really like, because it's featured on the front. It's actually featured in kind of many pages of the catalog. So I'll see. I'm patiently waiting to see more demos posting ideas to get the inspiration as well. Oh, I need to show you designer paper. It's kind of interesting too. I don't think we had some designer papers that you cut in pieces, but normally those pieces were the same. So this designer paper, I'll show you in a second, has basically 2 sheets that kind of backgrounds that you could use on different cards, but they all different. Give me 1 second. Let me finish that and I'll show you what I mean. Oopsie daisy. I'm sorry. And we could just add some leaves. A little glue. And then we move. And then from that point you just play. See what you like the most. I think 2 leaves will be enough. Wink of Stella. And this is gonna be Daffodil Delight and Copper Clay. So what do you think? Do you like that? That's Daffodil Delight. Let me show you the papers I'm talking about. So this is a sheet of paper that Stampin' Up! Has. So on the back, it's just kind of like a wash. But look at that pieces, right? That you could basically cut and kind of become your little cards that you add. Like this one is like a painted background, and this one is cool, and it's really interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. So you could create 10 card fronts, kind of adding those unique elements. So it's pretty cool. All right, and the second card will be pretty similar. We're probably just gonna do sentiment in a different spot. So we're gonna use exactly the same as we did before, but I will want to stamp some sentiment in different place to hold the card. I like that idea better when your card is closing for mailing, if it's flat in envelope. So I'm gonna center it like that with dimensionals. So this is we using tone on tone. I wanted to use those daisies. Has a lot of, come on Daisy. So kind of, you get the idea to add pieces and leaves. And I wonder if I want to stamp. It's always a dilemma what you wanted to stamp. I probably wanted to do some stamp. Let's see if I could still stamp it so they're not kind of so naked. on the bottom. Probably should ink just half. We're gonna run with that. Okay. I didn't actually play a lot with some returning colors. But I did play with Azure Afternoon, I think it's called. Yeah, I like it too. I actually created a card for our class, and it's remind me Ukraine. It has this yellow and blue, which is a flag of Ukraine. So yeah, I made this Ukrainian card, interestingly. But yeah, it just feels full and kind of sun and sand and stuff like that. So I play with that. What else color I play? Like bubble bath I love. I didn't do much boho blue. I did misty moonlight returning color, and I like it too. I like how it works with boho blue. And we're just gonna add a couple leaves so it's not that naked. And we're gonna stamp sentiment, and we will have 2 cards done. And we will look what we have and go over dimensionals one more time. And we will be finished. I could go back and cut for the class. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see many of you and kind of trying to guess who will like which set. It's always fun to see what will cut somebody else's eyes. I actually probably need to sit down since my Sunday saying that I wanted to sit down and kind of look through, because before I was concentrating what I could order, and now because we could order everything starting Tuesday. So we're gonna add it here, and let's see if this sentiment is gonna, I think it's gonna fit. I did stitched circle and matching smaller circle, and I like the sentiments that your friendship is everything. It's really nice to send to your friend. Could be thank you, could be many things. I actually have somebody in mind to give it. I wonder if I wanted to do it in, let's try in copper clay and see which one we like better. Because I think I will go with the copper clay. The idea was here to feature one of the new colors, so we could kind of see the sample. All right, so if you will try this fold, I think about that you could put anything here on top. Could be circle, could be, you could cut your own rectangle. Obviously rectangle, if you do this way, you kind of see designer paper a lot, but I do recommend to add little stopper. So like here, we're gonna close it, and I will see where it's kind of catching, and I add it to the corner to close. So you kind of want to still make sure the dimensionals will not be there. All right, so here you have it. And we're gonna put stuff inside, and we will take a look of all 4 cards, and you will let me know which one is your favorite. So this one is copper clay and lemon lolly, and it has a stopper. The reminder, the piece is 7 by 5.5 scored and 1/3/8. I will have measurements on my blog, but I cannot guarantee it's gonna be before Sunday. So white piece inside, tackles in, and here is your card. And this one also use the same color, but I use Pebble Path, so it's the same design. Then we created this one today using copper clay, but we complement this one with Pretty Peacock and Daffodil Delight. So Daffodil Delight I like Daffodil Delight with copper clay. I think it's really, really cool. It's opening and so, okay, we're gonna put this on top. And this one, another one of my favorites. So this is Bubble Bass and Moody Mauve and Garden Green. All right. Also wanted to mention, if you, and I will announce on my blog, I still need to wait a day or two. I always cut extra kit just in case something get lost in the mail or something. So I do have one extra turtle kit, and it's really, really cute. So it looks like that. It's 9 cards, bunch of supplies, little gift. I don't want to spoil the gift, but you're also gonna have some over $20 of goodies, and you're gonna make 9 cards, and it's a bunch of techniques as well. If you're interested, let me know. I only have one kit, so whoever reach me first, then I will kind of reserve that kit for that person. But if you only need instructions, I also have them under my tutorials. It's available as well. All right, so that's all, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek. Yeah, Bubble Bass is really nice and cheerful, and it's really cool color. I cannot wait to try kind of this modification with other color combination. But pick your designer paper, see what else available, and try to give this fold a try. It's actually really, really neat fold and have kind of cool impression, but it's really easy to make. All right, thank you so much for watching, and until then, happy stamping. Bye.